Okay, so this course is about SAP Commerce Cloud. So we also call it as SCC. Okay, so the first question is, what is SCC? So if you want to answer SCC, you need to understand two things. SCC is nothing but it's a SCC is nothing but it's a SAP Commerce plus Cloud. It's a SAP Commerce plus Cloud. Okay, now what is the SAP Commerce? Okay, so please remember this. The SAP Commerce is nothing but, okay, cloud we will talk about separately. So let's understand the term, each one. So the first thing is that we are trying to understand what is the SAP Commerce Cloud. SAP Commerce Cloud is nothing but SAP Commerce plus Cloud. Now what is the SAP Commerce? SAP Commerce is nothing but it's an e-commerce solution or software plus PCM software. It's an e-commerce solution or software plus PCM software. So please remember this, SAP Commerce, we also call it as, okay, SAP Hybris, or we will call it as Hybris. So these are the old names. So Hybris, SAP Hybris are the old names. Now everything we are calling it as SAP Commerce. Okay, so please start using the word called SAP Commerce instead of SAP Hybris or Hybris, because these are some kind of old names. We will understand the history, all those things later. But for now, you can just visualize we are discussing the SAP Commerce. So if you see some jobs or some places SAP Hybris, that is nothing but the SAP Commerce. If you see Hybris, that is nothing but the SAP Commerce. Okay, now let's come back. As I said, SCC is nothing but SAP Commerce plus Cloud. Now SAP Commerce is nothing but e-commerce solution or software, and it is a PCM software. What does it mean? Let's understand. Let's take the example of Flipkart.com. Let's take the example of Flipkart.com, right? Or let's take the example of Amazon.com, whatever it is. So if you see Flipkart.com, if you see Amazon.com, these are the e-commerce sites. If you see the Flipkart.com, if you see Amazon.com, these are the e-commerce sites. So Flipkart, Amazon, these are all e-commerce sites. Okay, these are all the e-commerce sites. Now, using SAP Commerce, okay, using SAP Commerce, we can develop something like Flipkart. Okay, we can develop something like Flipkart. We can develop something like Amazon. So that means using SAP Commerce, we can develop e-commerce site. We can develop e-commerce site. So that's why SAP Commerce is called as e-commerce solution or e-commerce software. Okay, that's why SAP Commerce is called as e-commerce solution or e-commerce software. That's it. So what does it mean? Let's understand a little bit more. So I will take the example of Amazon.com. As I said, our requirement is to develop a Amazon.com. Okay, please understand. Our requirement is to develop Amazon.com. So that means our requirement is to develop a e-commerce site. Okay, so our requirement is, so the question is what? So develop e-commerce site, something like Amazon or something like Flipkart or something like Chroma. So if you see, so there is a Chroma, right? So that is developed using Hybris. So Chroma.com is developed using Hybris. So this is developed using Hybris. So our requirement is to develop a e-commerce site. Okay. Okay. Or our requirement is to develop Amazon or Flipkart or Chroma. So if we want to do this, then how do we do? Solution one is we can develop everything from scratch. Okay, we can develop everything from scratch. Okay, if we can develop everything from scratch. If we develop everything from scratch, there are lots of lots of challenges. I am not going to say it is a disadvantage. I am going to say it's a challenge. What are the challenges? If you want to develop everything from scratch, then it is going to take lots of time, lots of resources are required, lots of functionalities you need to implement. It's going to take lots of resources, lots of time, lots of money. There are n number of challenges here. Instead of we develop everything from scratch, we can go with the solution 2. The solution 2 is nothing but, so instead of developing from scratch, we can use some softwares provided by some softwares or templates. Some softwares or templates provided by some companies. Okay, we can use some softwares or templates provided by some companies. Let's take the example. Example, SAP is having, okay, SAP is having SAP Commerce. Okay, so this SAP Commerce will have, okay, so this SAP Commerce will have or will comes, SAP Commerce comes up with, please understand each and every terminology. I will show you all these things. We'll discuss everything in detail, but at a high level we need to understand. So this SAP Commerce comes up with the templates. So we call them these templates as recipes. Okay, this SAP Commerce comes up with templates. We also call them as recipes. Using these templates or recipes, okay, we can develop e-commerce site easily. So this is the point we need to remember. I'm trying to highlight this point. We can develop e-commerce site easily. What does it mean we can develop e-commerce site easily? I will explain. Okay, so this is the first point. Okay, so this is the first point. Okay, so let's recap quickly one more time what we discussed so far. So what I'm trying to say that we are trying to discuss SAP Commerce Cloud. What is the SAP Commerce Cloud? It is nothing but the SAP Commerce and Cloud. Okay, we are going piece by piece. So let's take the piece of SAP Commerce. SAP Commerce is nothing but, okay, it is a e-commerce solution or software, and it is a PCM software. Okay, fine. So SAP Commerce is the latest name we are using it. If you see, some people also uses the word called SAP Hybris. Some people also use the word called Hybris. Okay, so I would strongly recommend you stop using these words, start calling this word. Okay, that's why I put it as green colored. So these are old names. There are some reasons why SAP don't want to use word called Hybris, SAP Hybris like that. That's why they are strictly calling it out nowadays with the SAP Commerce. Okay, now what is the SAP Commerce? SAP Commerce is the e-commerce solution or software. What does it mean? Let's understand. You take the Flipkart, you take the Amazon, these are called e-commerce sites. Okay, now my requirement is I want to develop a e-commerce site, or I want to develop a Amazon site, I want to develop a Flipkart site, I want to develop a Chroma site. Then if you want to develop like this, solution one is we can do everything from scratch. So the challenge, I am not telling it as a disadvantage because there is nothing called a disadvantage. Okay, so the challenges with this solution is what? You need to spend lots of time, you need to spend lots of money, lots of resources, lots of testing. And so let's say you are spending 3 years time to develop it. By the time you are going to be, your site is going to be very old. By the time there is a lot of competency or lots of market, time to market is also important. If you are not delivering something time to market, then your value of the site is going down. So to overcome all these challenges, we can go with a solution two. What is the solution two? We can use some softwares or templates provided by some companies. Why I said some companies? There are so many companies providing. So example, SAP is having SAP Commerce. this SAP Commerce comes up with the templates, comes up. That means it is already coming up with the template. Using this template, we can develop e-commerce site easily. Now let's understand what is the meaning of we can develop e-commerce site easily. Okay. Okay. Now let me show you how SAP, I said SAP Commerce comes up with. So now let me show you how SAP Commerce will come is delivered for us. So if you look at here, so this is how SAP Commerce is delivered for us. Okay, so this is how SAP Commerce is delivered for us. Okay. So this is what the SAP Commerce, this is how SAP Commerce is delivered for us. Okay, so this is the Commerce after download. Okay, so this is the SAP Commerce after download. Okay, so I downloaded it. After download, you can see it is a zip file, right? So I have unzipped it. So this is the results after unzip. So this is the results after unzip. I did not do anything. I just unzipped it. Okay, so this is the results after unzip. Please understand each and every point. Okay, so I'll try to answer all your questions after some time. Okay, so results after unzip. So this is the results after unzip. Okay, very good. Now, if you see, this is the results after unzip, right? If you see inside these results, go to the installer, go to the recipes. So you can see these are the recipes. What is the recipe? Recipe is nothing but the template. Recipe is nothing but the e-commerce flavor. Okay, so you can see inside the installer, this is what I have. Okay, now, so what is the recipe? Just now I told recipes are nothing but, these are also called as templates. These are also called as e-commerce flavors. What is the meaning of e-commerce flavors? We have B2C e-commerce, we have B2B e-commerce, okay, we have telco e-commerce, like that. Okay, so we have telco e-commerce, like that we have different e-commerces. Okay, I'm repeating the conclusion. So this is the SAP Commerce after download. Then I just unzipped it. After unzip, this is the results you can see. Inside that there is something called installer. If you go, there are recipes. Okay, recipes are nothing but the templates. These are also, you can visualize it as a e-commerce flavor. So there are B2C e-commerce, B2B e-commerce. What is the B2C e-commerce, B2B e-commerce? What is the difference and all? We will cover in detail in the coming days. For now, you can just visualize B2C e-commerce, B2B e-commerce. B2C means company to customer. Example, Flipkart. B2B means company to company. Company doing the business is called B2B. Company customer is doing the business is called B2C. So we have B2C and B2B e-commerce flavors. Okay, very good. Now, what is the advantage with these recipes? Why I need to, how it is going to help? Okay, how these recipes will help us? That's the question, right? Now, let's say some example. Let's say I'm just using some random names. There is no logic here. Okay, so just to get everyone attention, I'm just using some random names. There is nothing logic here. Let's say Manish is working for Dr. Reddy's Lab company. Okay, Manish is working for Dr. Reddy's Lab company. Okay. Okay, Manish is working for Dr. Reddy's Lab company. Okay, they want B2C e-commerce. B2C e-commerce site. Then instead of he develop from scratch, he can simply install this. What we get after installation, I will show you. What we get after installation, I will show you. For now, Manish is working for X company and they want B2C e-commerce site. He will install this. How to install? We will see. For now, just assume that he will install this. Sorry, it's a B2B, right? So Dr. Reddy's lab want B2B. So he will install this. Okay, next, let's say Keshav is working for Reliance company or Chroma company. Chroma is using Hybris only. So let's use the Chroma. Okay, let's say Keshav is working for, working for Chroma company, and they want B2C e-commerce site. So if they want B2C e-commerce site, what he can do is that he will simply install this. What is the advantage of installation? We will understand now. Okay, now let's say Chenna is working for Reliance company. They want B2C e-commerce site and B2B e-commerce site. Let's say Chenna is working for Reliance company, and they want B2C e-commerce site and B2B e-commerce site. That means they want both. If they want both, what Chenna can do, he can install this. How to install, we will see later, but for now, he can install this. Now you can ask a question. Okay, so for Dr. Reddy's lab, we are installing this. For Reliance, I am installing this, all these things. What I am going to get after installation? So let's say Chenna has installed this. Okay, Chenna has installed this. What we get after installation? Let's understand and see the results. Someone is not muted. Please be on mute. If you have questions, I will answer your questions after some time. Okay, so you can see this. So let's assume that Chenna has installed this. What we get after installation? That's the question. Question is what we get after installation. So he installed this. After installation, what we get? So after installation, you can see. So please be on mute. Someone is not muted. Okay, you can see here after installation, I am getting readily available e-commerce site. So after installation, you can see I got the B2C e-commerce site. Similarly, you will also get the B2B e-commerce site. So after installation, you can see I got the B2C e-commerce site. Someone is not muted. Let me see. Rahul, could you please be on mute? Rahul. Rahul, please be on mute. Thank you. Okay, so assume that Chenna has installed this CX recipe. After installation, what we get, you can see we are getting an e-commerce site. We are getting, so we are getting e-commerce site. So that means 90% site is already available for us. Okay, 90% site is ready for us. So that means 90% code is ready for us. 90% code is ready for us. 90% site is ready for us. 90% of code is ready for us. 90% of functionality is ready for us. Okay, around 10% we do customer specific changes. Okay, around 10% we do customer specific changes. This is the excellent advantage. This is the excellent advantage with the recipe. This is the excellent advantage with the recipe. Okay, let's see what does it mean. 90% site is ready, 90% code is ready, 90% of functionality is ready. Let's understand what does it mean. So you can see here, this is the e-commerce site. I am getting it. See, please remember this. I did not do anything. I just installed this CX recipe. I just completed the installing the CX recipe. How to install, we'll see later. So after installation, you can see this site is readily available. Now, let's say you are working for Chroma company. Now let's see what functionality is readily available for you. In the Chroma company, there is a logo functionality. You can see there is a logo already. In the Chroma site, there is a search functionality. You can see search functionality is already available. In the Chroma company, so there is a sign-in registration. There is a sign-in registration. In the Chroma company, you can see there is a cart functionality. Okay, there is a cart functionality. And you can see the site, whatever I installed, is also having the cart functionality. Then there is a navigation functionality. This is called navigation. Menus are navigations. You can also see in the Chroma also you have menus and navigations. Okay, next, this is the banner functionality. You can see there is a banner already. Next, you can see there is a best selling products. Okay, there is a top selling products. There is a what's new and all. Okay, you can go to the Chroma. You can also see smartphones. These are nothing but best selling products, top selling products, what is new today, all these things. So everything is already available. Only 10% we do customer specific changes, the look and feel. Okay, so maybe so if you see by default, we are getting what's new. So instead of what's new, let's say my company want last week deals or last week top selling products, last month top selling products. My company want that changes. You can do all these things very easily with the help of Hybris. That's why I'm saying, let's come back to our requirement. Our requirement is SAP Commerce comes up with the templates. We call them as recipes. And you can see these are the recipes. Okay, now what is the advantage with this recipe? The advantage is we can develop e-commerce site easily. What does it mean? You can see I am working for Reliance company. I installed this. After installation, I am getting a B2C e-commerce site. So 90% of site is available, 90% of code is available, 90% of functionality is available. Around 10% we do customer specific changes. This is an excellent advantage with the SAP Commerce or SAP Commerce. And this is why we are saying it as using SAP Commerce, we can develop e-commerce site easily. Okay, we can develop e-commerce site easily. Now you can see here, okay, so you can see here, I have installed the CX, right? When you install the CX, okay, I should get the B2C site and B2B site. Okay, so let's see the B2B site also. B2B site is nothing but Power Tools. Okay, so I think it is cache. Let me clear the cache. Let me clear the cache. I think I need to change this local host and all. Local host 9002. Please give me a half minute. Sorry about that. Now you can see. So this is the this is the B2B site. So right now I am having a this is one more difference. For B2B site, without login, you cannot see the products. Anyway, these differences we'll see later. These differences we'll see later. Okay, so this is the B2B site. You can see the title is also there. This is the B2B site. So therefore, what we are going to get by installing this CX, by installing the CX, you will get 90% of the site is available. Same is applicable for the B2B also. Same is applicable for the B2B. So you can see 90% of site is already available, 90% of code is already available, 90% of functionality is already available. Around 10% we do customer specific changes. This is the excellent advantage with the recipes. This is the excellent advantage with the e-commerce, SAP e-commerce. That's why we are calling it as SAP e-commerce is nothing but e-commerce software or e-commerce. That's why we are calling it as SAP commerce is e-commerce software or solution. That's why we are calling it as SAP commerce is the e-commerce software or solution. Next, we will see in detail about all these things in the coming days. But for now, you can just visualize using SAP commerce. We can develop the e-commerce site easily. What is the meaning of we can develop the e-commerce site easily? This is what exactly the meaning. Okay. Now let's come back here. Okay, let's come back here. So as I mentioned, SAP Commerce is nothing but e-commerce software or e-commerce solution, and it is also PCM software. Okay, it is also PCM software. I explained what the meaning of e-commerce software or e-commerce solution with the above example, this example. Okay, now let's understand what the meaning of PCM software. PCM means product content management. Product content management. So what does that mean? Let's take the simple examples and see. Let's go to the Amazon.com. So whatever you see in the landing page is called content. Whatever you see in the landing page is called content. So this everything is called content. This content changes frequently, yes or no? You can unmute yourself and just say yes or no. This content changes frequently, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes, right?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So because today this banner is there, tomorrow you will see some banner.
Yes.
Today these are the t-shirts there, tomorrow you will see different like that. So that means this content changes very frequently. Okay. So do you think that a developer will do this content changes? Answer is no. Okay. This content changes frequently. Okay. This content, okay, content changes frequently. So do you think that a developer do the changes? Answer is no. Developer don't do these changes. Okay. SAP Commerce give a flexibility for the business team or for the company to do these content changes easily. So that means using SAP Commerce, we can manage this content easily. How to manage this content easily? We will see all the examples in the coming days. For now, just remember we can manage it. What is the meaning of manage? So what is the meaning of manage? Manage means add content, okay, update content, modify content, delete content, and so on, so on, so. Basically, CURD operations. Okay, so I am repeating the conclusion. So you can take the Amazon. In the Amazon, whatever you see in the landing page is called content. This content changes very frequently. So these products or this will change tomorrow. Maybe after 1 hour, you may not see this. After 5 minutes, you may not see this. So that means this content changes very frequently. Now, do you think that a developer will do the change? Definitely no. So there will be some functional, there will be some business owners, there will be some content owners. They will be doing these changes. So content owners or business owners are not the technical. So that's why this SAP Commerce is giving a flexibility for the non-technical people to modify the content. Okay, this SAP Commerce is giving the flexibility for the non-technical people to manage this content. So that's why I'm saying using SAP Commerce, we means here business, not the developers. Okay, we means here business, not the developers. Developers don't do the changes. So business means there can be a content owner. Okay, there can be some business owner for this whole our content. They can add the content, update the content, delete the content easily. So that means using SAP Commerce, we can manage the content easily. That's the first point. Now the second point. Let's go to the Amazon.com again. So in the Amazon.com, so let's say I search with iPhone. When I search with iPhone, whatever you see here, these are called products. Or you can also see in the chroma. So let me close one of the thing. Okay, let's go to the Amazon.com. So you can see these are all the products. So iPhone 10, iPhone 11, all these things are products. Now, these products also changes frequently. Product may not change, but there can be a new product. So let's say tomorrow iPhone 12 comes. Am I going to add? Yes, I need to add. Day after tomorrow, iPhone 5 will not be supported. I need to take it out. After some days, iPhone price is changed. I need to modify. So these products changes will be there. I'm not using the frequently, but this product changes will be there. So what is the meaning? So tomorrow iPhone 12 comes. I need to add. Day after tomorrow, iPhone 5 no more supported. I need to take it out. Okay, take it out. So after a few days, iPhone 10 price is changed. I need to do the changes. So that means, so I need to add the product, update the product, modify the product, delete the product and all. So using SAP Commerce, do you think that a developer will do these changes? Answer is no. Okay, developer do these changes? Answer is no. Developer don't do the changes. Using SAP Commerce, we means the product owner. We means the company business owner can manage. Manage means add a product, update product, modify product, delete product. Okay, these products easily. So that means using SAP Commerce, we can manage the content. Using SAP Commerce, we can manage the products. That's why SAP Commerce is also called as PCM software. Okay, using SAP Commerce, okay, we can manage the products and content. That's why SAP Commerce is also called as PCM software, product content management software. So finally, the conclusion is SAP Commerce equal to e-commerce solution or software plus PCM software. So that's what here it is. So this is going to tell what is the meaning of e-commerce solution. This is going to tell, okay, this is going to tell as we are able to manage the products and manage the content using SAP Commerce. So as we are able to manage the products, manage the content using SAP Commerce, we also call it as PCM software. We are able to manage the product, manage the content. That's why PCM, product content management software. Okay, so please start using the word called SAP. I know that lots of people says SAP Commerce, SAP FICO consultant. Okay, FICO consultant, SAP ABAP consultant. Don't use the word called SAP. Start using the word called SAP. Start using the word called SAP. Start using the word called SAP. Don't use SAP. There is a lots of because SAP is a German company. SAP is a German company. So in the German language, when you pronounce SAP, the equivalent meaning in the German is pig. Okay, that's why let's not use those kind of words called SAP. Please start using the word called SAP. SAP Commerce. Okay, now let's come back. So SAP, what is the SEC? SAP Commerce Cloud. SAP Commerce Cloud is nothing but the SAP Commerce. What is the SAP Commerce? It is an e-commerce solution. It is a PCM software, and I just now explained. Now the original definition is what? SAP Commerce Cloud is nothing but SAP Commerce plus Cloud. Now let's understand what is the meaning of cloud. Okay, now let's understand what is the meaning of cloud. So I explained what is the meaning of commerce. Now let's understand what is the meaning of cloud. Okay, there is a on-premise. Okay, on-premise and cloud. What is the difference between on-premise and cloud? Let's understand now. On-premise and cloud. So you can visualize on-premise is nothing but your own house. You can visualize cloud is nothing but rented house. You can visualize on-premise is nothing but own house. Cloud is nothing but the rented house. Now tell me, what is the challenges? What are the challenges with the own house? You can speak out. what are the challenges with the own house? What is the challenge with the own house?
Maintenance.
Okay, first thing is that to get own house, you need lots of money. So if you want one house in the, let's say, Amirpet area, minimum you need 2 crores, 3 crores. Lots of initial investment is required. Rented house. If I want a rented house in Amirpet, I don't need to spend. Just needs to pay rent, maybe 2-3 months. So here, minimum 2 crores is required if I want in Amirpet. So here, maybe if I have even 50K also, I can manage it. So lots of initial investment is required in the on-premise. In the cloud, you don't need to spend much. That's the first thing. Second thing is that, let's say, in case of on-premise, it's like a own house. Okay, you have lots of, you constructed the house as per your view. You constructed your house as per your view. Tomorrow, your daughter or son is not liking. It's not that easy for you to change. It's not that easy for you to change. If it is a rented house, tomorrow if your daughter is not liking, or if, tomorrow if your daughter or son is saying that let's move to high-tech city, you can just move. What is there? You can just give a notice period and you can move. That is the advantage of the cloud. Next, third one is, if something happens, then everything you are responsible. So here something happens, I am not responsible, my owner is responsible. Okay, let's say because of earthquake or something happened, then you will get lots of loss. If you go with the cloud, owner is going to take care of those things. Next, let's say in the own house, if electricity is not working, if some plumbing is not working, so everything you need to take care. So here, everything owner will take care. So that is the excellent advantage with the cloud. That is the excellent advantage with the cloud. That is the excellent advantage with the cloud. Okay. Now, let me show you one small diagram. Let's say you are working for Dr. Reddy's Lab company and assume that it is on-premise. Please see this nice explanation. Okay. So you are working with the Dr. Reddy's Lab company and assume that it is an on-premise project. Now, to develop a project, forget about it is a commerce project or a .NET project or Java project, whatever may be the project. You are working for the Dr. Reddy's Lab company to do the project on-premise. So what are the minimum things you require? Tell me. If you want to develop the project for Dr. Reddy's Lab, what are the minimum things you need to have? You can speak out now.
I think that you should have.
We need to know the business process of Dr. Reddy's
That is,
laboratory.
no. Okay, you are right. That is for developing the project. But to develop the project, what you need?
Software.
Okay, minimum network should be there. Minimum operating system should be there. Okay, minimum database should be there. Minimum server should be there. Minimum application you need to code it. Minimum some data should be there.
License.
Okay, excellent. Minimum some runtime environment is required. Whether it is a Java runtime or a .NET runtime, whatever may be the runtime. Like this, these are the minimum things required to develop a project. These are the minimum things required. Yeah, these are the minimum things required to develop a project. Now, in the company, if network is having the problem, you need to have a network people. Okay, in the company, operating system is having the problem. You need to have a operating system people. DB is having the problem, DB people. Server is having the problem, server people. Application is having the problem. Application means developers, the commerce developers. Data is having the problem. Runtime. So that's why if it is on-premise, I need to have a network team. I need to have an operating system team. I need to have a DB administrator team. I need to have a application server maintenance team or managed team, application team, data team, runtime team. Like this, I need to have all the team members and I need to take care everything from my side. I need to take care everything from my side. Okay, everything Dr. Reddy's Lab should take care. They need to hire the network people, they need to hire the operating system people, they need to hire the DB people, they need to hire the WebLogic people, WebSphere people, application people, data people, runtime people, like that. Everything you are responsible here. Now, what about if I go to the cloud? Instead of on-premise, let's say Dr. Reddy's Lab decided to go with the cloud. There are three types of clouds available in the market: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. There are three types of clouds available in the market: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. I will show you simple diagram which will give lots of knowledge. Okay, I'll close this Amazon site now, not required. I'll go to google.com. So there is a nice diagram to understand this cloud. Okay, I'll take the standard diagram itself. Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying. Please. Now you are developing the project for Dr. Reddy's Lab company. When you are developing the project for Dr. Reddy's Lab company with the on-premise, then there should be some networking, there should be some storage, there should be some servers, there should be some virtualization, there should be some operating system, middlewares, runtime, data, application. These all will be there, and there should be network people, storage people, server people, DB people, operating system people, middleware people, runtime people, data people. So everything you are responsible. If it is on-premise, everything you are responsible. So instead of on-premise, let's say Dr. Reddy's Lab company decided to go with IaaS. When they decided to go with IaaS, last four vendor will provide. So networking, storage, server, virtualization, vendor will provide. A vendor can be Microsoft, a vendor can be Google, vendor can be someone else also. It's not a matter. Last four vendor will provide. So you just pay rent for it. You just pay rent for it. So you need to just subscribe for it. For example, you are developing a website. After developing the website, do you have the server to host it, or you are hosting on someone else's server? Tell me. Let's say you developed a site called abcxyz.com. Are you creating your own network? Are you creating your own storage? Are you creating your own server and hosting it? Or you are just buying GoDaddy? There are some servers to host your website, GoDaddy.com, like that. Yahoo, in Yahoo also you can host it. So you can just pay some rent, yearly rent or monthly rent, and hosting it. Which one you are doing? Are you buying? Are you taking care of this? Or you are just paying some yearly subscription and hosting your website? Which one we
Taking
do?
the subscription and hosting the website.
Excellent. Okay. So we will just buy the server, storage, and host our website. That is called IaaS. So if you say that my company is having IaaS, if you say that my company is having IaaS, that means these four you are getting from vendor. First five you need to take care. You need means your company needs to take care. Excellent. Next, instead of IaaS, let's say you are going with the PaaS. When you are going with the PaaS, okay, last seven vendor will provide. That means they will provide the runtime environment, they will provide the middleware, they will provide operating system, they will provide server, they will provide server storage, they will provide the network. First two you need to take care. Application means that commerce application, the data you need to take care. Remaining seven will be provided by the vendor. The best example is the commerce cloud, SEC, whatever we are calling it as, is a PaaS. Okay, commerce cloud, whatever we are talking it as a PaaS. So that means you develop the commerce. Let's come back to here. You develop the commerce. After developing the commerce, that's what application we need to develop. See this one, please. Application data, we are responsible. So take care of the data, take care of the application development. After that, you can go with the SEC, Commerce Cloud, and you can host your website, get the storage, get the server, get the operating system, get everything from the vendor. That is the excellent advantage with the PAS. Now let's say instead of PAS, you are going with the SAS, software as a service. Okay, when you are going with the SAS, everything vendor will provide. Network vendor will provide, storage vendor, server vendor, virtualization vendor, operating system, middlewares, runtime, application, everything will provide. The best example is Salesforce. The best example is Salesforce, SFDC. Okay, SFDC. So if you see here, they will provide the ready to use application also. All what you need to do is that you can just start filling your data, and there is nothing to host. You can develop in the Salesforce. If there is any change, you can develop in the cloud itself. You don't need to develop locally. There is not in the Salesforce. There is nothing called local development. You can do everything in the cloud itself. So that's why if you say that my company is using SAS, that means these are all vendor provided. You just do some modifications for your cloud, your client in the cloud itself. That is the excellent advantage with the SAS. But PAS is nothing but our SCC. SAP Commerce Cloud is the example for SCC. Sorry, SAP Commerce Cloud is example for PAS. Okay, SAP Commerce Cloud is example for PAS. This is one of the nice, excellent example to understand what is the cloud, what is the IaaS, what is the PAS, what is the SAS. Okay, now let's come back to our definition. I said Commerce Cloud is nothing but, now let's give the final conclusion for the Commerce Cloud is nothing but SAP Commerce. So using SAP Commerce, you can develop a e-commerce site. Using SAP Commerce, you can develop a e-commerce site, and you can manage the products, you can manage the, so using SAP Commerce, you can develop the e-commerce site, and you can manage the products, you can manage the content. Excellent. After that, you take these results and you take the subscription for the cloud. Okay, take the subscription. Subscription means just to pay some rent like that. It depends upon the company. Say pay subscription for the cloud and host your application here. You will get this. You will get the networking, you will get the storage, you will get the server, operating system, middleware, networking, virtualization, everything you will get it. You just develop your application, host in the PAS provided by SAP, so that everything will be smooth. That's why we are calling it as SAP Commerce Cloud. That's why we are calling it as SAP Commerce Cloud. That's it. That's the overall introduction with the SAP Commerce Cloud. That's just an introduction. This is also a regular class. There is nothing like a demo. These are all useful for our regular class also. Now let's come here. Who can learn this? I'll just take another 5 minutes, then open for the questions. Who can learn this? If you are a Java person or a .NET person, or you know any coding, you can very well learn. Okay, you can very well learn. That's the first thing. Second thing is that if you are a SRE person, you can very well learn. Let's say you are working with other e-commerces like Magento, okay, ATG, like that. You can very well learn. Let's say you don't know Java, you don't know .NET, you don't know SAP, anything you don't know, but you have zeal to learn new. Then we are happy to help you. Then we are happy to help you. Okay. So why I am telling zeal to learn new? Why I am telling new is, okay, due to this pandemic situation, COVID situation, which companies you see, they are hiring the people, they are getting more profits. Which companies do you see, they are hiring the people and getting more profits because of COVID?
No company.
No company. No, that is wrong.
all online sale, all e-commerce companies.
Exactly. You can see Amazon. Amazon, they are hiring thousands of people, and their share value, you can see it is increasing a lot. So the one of the area which is getting benefit of the COVID is e-commerce. One of the area, okay, one of the you can say domain. One of the domain which is getting the COVID benefit is e-commerce. You can go and check. You can go and see the surveys also. You can go and see the surveys also. And you have seen Amazon news. and you can go and see the share value of Amazon from last to before COVID, after COVID. Even if you see a company like Accenture, a company like IBM, all these companies, if you are working in those companies, you can go and check with them. There are lots of projects in the oil area, food sector area, banking area, manufacturing area. They went hold. They went on hold. But e-commerce projects, I don't see those went on hold. E-commerce. So that means companies are spending the money for e-commerce still, because e-commerce value is increased because of COVID. Because nowadays even we are not going outside. So if we want something, let's say we want some bed items, we are just ordering in Amazon or Flipkart. We want some clothes. Instead of going to the mall, we are just ordering. So online orders are increased a lot. That's why there is a survey also. So if you see, that's what I will show that one later. But yeah, let me see if I can get that. Okay, so I think this is the one. Yeah. So you can see these are the surveys from the company like SAP and Accenture, IBM companies. So this is the survey. You can see clearly here. Okay. So due to the COVID, so this is the survey before COVID and after COVID. So they are saying that. So this is how they are highlighting it. This is the survey results from SAP and Accenture. They did some common survey and given these results. And you can see they are saying that there are 10x online delivery services, subscriptions are gone. So that means it's almost 10 times is more than what they were getting before March. Okay, so that much of revenue is increasing in the e-commerce side. So these are some of the survey results. So that's why I'm trying to say, so you need to have a zeal to learn this kind of technologies to save ourselves. Okay, so if you have that kind of zeal, we are happy to help you. There is nothing new here. Okay, second one. What is the duration and software details? So please remember this. As I mentioned, you can see this is the e-commerce software provided by SAP, right? This software we will provide it. You no need to worry about this. This software we will provide. Okay, we will provide. And right now the current version is 20.05. So we will go with the latest version itself. Earlier I used to cover with 18.11 like that. 2-3 versions less we try to cover, but this time we can go with the 20.05 directly. 20.05 means 20 is the year, 05 means May, May month. So May 14th, this version was released. May 14th, this version was released. So we will go with the latest version only, and we will provide the software. Now the duration comes around 100 hours. Okay, so in the duration, we will be covering the functional, we'll be covering the technical, and we'll be covering all the certification related questions, all those things. These are the major three things we'll be covering. Functional, technical, and certification. Earlier, I used to take 80 hours only, but for this batch onwards, I'll take 100 hours because we are going to cover extra things called cloud. Okay, and also there is something called Spartacus. These two I need to cover. I'm planning to cover, okay, so that you will be up to date. Okay, so earlier we used to cover only commerce. Now let's understand the cloud and also Spartacus. There is one more new called Spartacus, which is changing the lots of UI, all those things. So we'll spend some time here also, so that it will comes around 100 hours. These 100 hours we can complete in 50 days. Okay, daily 1.5 hour, weekends, more hours like that. Okay, so then there is a new batch in the coming Thursday that you can talk to the institute. They will tell you the details. Okay, that's about this one. Then let me now open for the questions.